Bad news for UW fans today as Mike Leach decides to leave Pullman and go to Starkville to be the head coach of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. A sad day, I think, for everybody involved with both programs. Lost 7 in a row in the Apple Cup, was outscored 248-99 in the last 7 Apple Cups by Washington. Wow. So I think for one last time, let's just kind of pay homage to the Pirate and maybe remind people what we are losing with Mike Leach walking out of Pullman and going to Mississippi State. Roll it.
I did a camp in Japan, and it was hotter than hell.
First of all, what kind of mythical powers does a Sun Devil have? We got to consider that. I mean, like, if you want to see some of the biggest pricks on earth, they work in student loan collection.
Well, I like the blueberry pie. We could have the blueberry pie. Well, I thought you said you wanted the strawberry shortcake.
If I get to the threshold of the locker room, they're out, too bad, so sad, you don't get it. We're no conversation.
I mean, some of that's a little bit like saying, you know, if I live next door to a doctor, then I ought to be able to do surgery, you know?
No, I don't eat pancakes even now. I mean, they get too sweet, and they get too sweet, and then you're just eating soggy bread, you know?
Well, we'll see how long that beaver can hold his breath. They're the type that aspire to be dog catchers or something like that, okay? I've actually been by a number of beaver dams, and it really is quite impressive. You try to see where they enter and where they get out.
Have you been to the other planets? Have you checked out the other planet? That.
What do you got to do this half? Score more points than they do. How do you think your defense played if the other team just scored? Horrible. What do you think your offense needs to do? Score.
And it's during the disco era, which was the worst era of music, you know, that there is. I mean, that's just a bad memory.
8's twice as good as 4, so only half as good as 16. And we got kind of a funny triangle going on right now.
I don't care what he thinks. The Ute, again, we're back to, is he on horseback? Does he have a bow and arrow? Did he trade for a rifle? My favorite of all time was the dog walking in the bathroom, gets on 2 legs, pees in the urinal, flushes the toilet, and walks out the bathroom. That was my favorite one. And then we could literally put these lip readers out of business. We're terribly excited about that. Would I spend a week in jail to get rid of my student loans? I would have spent 3 months in jail.
Tracked a raccoon one time in the snow, and I'm just kind of wandering around the neighborhood being the adult that stands back on the sidewalk just planning to take the kids' candy after they bring it home type of deal, you know?
Well, we're a very soft team, you know? We get a lot of good press. We like to read it a lot. We like to pat ourselves on the back.
That's another reason I wouldn't be on a committee. You have to golf a lot. I don't golf enough to be on a committee.
Is there a reason you like it?
Because it's boring.
You know, scouts, you know, have the ability to scrutinize and perceive life at a much higher level than you or I and mere mortals can. And so then,
I don't understand those nylon shorts. You know, you jog around and your stuff flaps all over the place. I've never liked those. And I'm not sure how close of a relationship some of these people are planning to have with a cat, or why they would value the opinion of a cat or their perceived opinion of a cat. I'm indifferent about cats. Yeah, I do think there is an end of days quality if we allow that type of thing to happen anyway, so. You know, you'd have to get one of those Harry Potter activists to read up on how you kill a sun devil. When I was bear hunting, that's like the, if they find a beaver, that's supposed to be great bear bait because bears love eating beavers.
the monkeys will like them, take your belongings and climb a tree with them, and you might not see them again.
You know, and you run your mouth in your little column and stuff like some sanctimonious troll. They're fat, dumb, and happy and entitled.
I'm going to take one of these cough drops if it's all the same to you.
God, that was well done,
Jackson.
Good job,
Hey.
Jackson, man. That was awesome. I literally was in stitches, in tears, hearing that. God, I might make that my ringtone on my phone for crying out loud. Who did he say the pricks were in the open? Who's he referring to? You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Jackson, who did he say the pricks were?
Student loan adjusters.
Student loan adjusters. Oh, God, that's good stuff. Well, that's what we're not going to have anymore with Mike Leach, unless we just say the hell with it and carry it every week.
Keep doing it.
I think it's going to be even possibly more entertaining. Getting those boys down there, grilling them everywhere. Hey, man, what happened against Ole Miss? Can you talk about that fourth down play when you just went haywire and did something stupid? I cannot. Oh, my God, I can't wait.